Hello everyone and welcome to the Auburn University RFID Lab. First update for 2019. So a whole bunch of stuff on updates for today. A few things I wanted to kind of bring up. Dr. Hargrave is finishing his market adoption survey. We should have data for that. We're releasing that to the board at the end of February, and then it will go out publicly. Probably he'll be presenting that at Journal Live in April, and then publishing it out kind of as we did in the past. So that adoption survey is going to talk a little bit about new entrants to the market, market expansion in terms of existing programs, the folks who are in pilot versus deployment, all that good stuff. So look forward to that adoption survey data here in a few weeks if you're a board member, a little bit longer than that for the rest of you. Another thing's going on this year. We talked about Zipper all year last year. Zipper's moving into phase 2 right now. It's very good. We're seeing more data. We're getting better and better at doing a failure analysis whenever we're seeing data that we're not expecting and doing that claims matching. We're getting into the financials on the claims versus the chargebacks, which is outstanding. We're doing a little bit more case level investigation, so very good continuation now, especially now that we're learning a little bit more about what's going on with that, but getting really good at comparing item level data on that part of the project. And then the companion project to Zipper, which is the chain integration project, or just CHIP for short. That's the blockchain section of this. That's the concept of taking all of this data that we're getting from these partners and automating it, putting it into a blockchain framework so we can automatically update and share and compare data anywhere from a factory in Asia all the way down to a store, even to a consumer if we wanted to, shipping any point along the way in between, even in the stores. Standardizing that data format, putting in EPCIS, loading up into that shared ledger framework. This is really good. We've already seen a lot of interest in this, even beyond the blockchain, with some of the other industries, with folks who are just trying to figure out how to standardize their data output and making this data shareable and visible all the way across the board. That project's going well. We have a subset of the participants in Zipper. It's a few retailers and brands that we're loading data in. We're starting building that framework right now, so we should be doing that here in the next month or two. So if you're interested, contact us on that as well. As always, we have a few graduating seniors. May comes around. I think we have 4 or 5 students left that don't have positions yet. So if you need somebody who really knows what's going on in data analytics or new technology, give us a call because we have them for you. Several events. End of February, here in a couple weeks, we have a board meeting. That will be in the brand new Auburn University Aviation building that Delta helped fund on campus. It's a beautiful campus. It's a beautiful building. It's a big old space, so we look forward to everyone being able to come by and see that. I think the maintenance bay and things are nearby as well, so it'll be really cool. You'll be able to see some of the companion projects we're putting together on the aviation side. And I believe as part of that board meeting, what we're doing is we're dividing it into 2 sections as we have in the past. We're going to have a retail track, which will be the afternoon of the first day, and then we're going to have an aviation track, which is the morning of the second day. For those in the retail track, we have some pre-morning meetings that are specialized on blockchain and some other things. And then the afternoon of the second day, I believe that there is an airport tour we're setting up for some baggage handling processes and procedures. So again, if you come to the board meeting, you're interested, give us a shout and we'll hook you up. Next event after that is RFID Journal Live. That will be in April. I think it's April 2nd through 4th in Phoenix. We got a bunch of stuff going on over there. We've got 2 different panel sessions, one for Zipper and one for CHIP for the blockchain project. We're doing the retailer lunch as we do every year. It's kind of retailers only private lunch where they can come in and talk about different projects, international, US, everybody in together. And we are going to be taking our blockchain demo on the road. So for those of you who have been out to the lab, we put this together at a request last year. It's about a 30-minute demo that shows people how the supply chain currently works in terms of barcode data capture and ASNs and data handoff from partner to partner, everywhere from the factory to the DC all the way to the final endpoint. We're going through that same process again with RFID data, with serialized barcode data on the case level, and we're putting that into a blockchain framework. So we take people through the old supply chain step by step, we take people through the new supply chain step by step, and we follow the data down that path as well. It's an awesome demo. It is very detailed. We've gotten some outstanding feedback from the folks who have been here to see it, So much so that we're taking it on the road. So I believe that demo is going to be set up. We're going to have students presenting that at Journal Live in April. We are going to be presenting that demo at GS1 Connect in Denver in June. And then we're doing it again at RetailX in Chicago at the end of June. So I've got a road tour this year. So that'll be good. So come see us, come see the students. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot about different types of data capture. You're going to learn a lot about blockchain. It kind of ties everything together if you want to know anything about supply chain and what it looks like and what it's about to look like. A couple other things. ARC quality certification. So this is something that we've been working on for a few years now. The ARC program, just for those of you to review that are not familiar, ARC is the program that we use to certify performance in different environments for different types of RFID tags. So it's figuring out whatever environment you're trying to put an RFID tag product in, whether it's an aircraft part fitting on the bottom of an airplane, whether it is a pair of shorts that we're trying to scan in a retail store, anything all along the way. We can create a performance specification and we can predict performance for new types of RFID products as they're released on the market before we have to go out there and retest all the tags in the field, which is not really feasible, especially in retail when we're dealing with large volumes. So in the past, that program has been very heavily focused on performance, which is great. Performance is the idea that you can design a design for a tag that will meet a certain level of performance. It's good. But it's not just can you make one, it's can you make 100 million? Can you make a billion? Because we have a few billion plus projects going on right now. So it's a quality manufacturing. We have just started the process of issuing some company level certifications for ARC quality. We have a few that you'll see in kind of spring in press releases as well. More details on that program forthcoming, but we've been doing a lot of factory audits, factory tours, quality audits, essentially doing a little bit of a roundup of who has really got good practices going on in quality manufacturing for RFID tags. So more on that to come. Two final things that we're working on. We've been doing this for almost 15 years. We have a whole crew. We've got hundreds of students that have worked in the lab on projects over the years that are out there working in the industry. One of the things that we are doing now is we are codifying all of the information that a student learns when they're working in the lab. We're creating essentially a list of all the skills that they learn, and almost like an approval or a certificate almost that shows here's a checked off list of all of those things that all of those people know how to do, whether it's RFID reader hardware and equipment setup, whether it's data handling, whether there's testing procedures, lab procedures, communications, paper writing, all that stuff. It's very good. We are going to be putting out some details of that program very soon, but what I really want to do is highlight for all of you exactly what skills these students are graduating with, because they're pretty extensive and there's some things that most folks in the industry don't know either. So we want to try to capture that and share that back with the world. And then finally, kind of hand in hand with that, one of the biggest questions we get, and a lot of the faculty here at the university don't really realize how this is still more of an issue out in the real world, I guess it will, is how do you set up a proper test and control to make sure that your project works properly. What I'm saying is that it's great if you want to go out there and try an RFID project and you buy a bunch of tags and you buy a bunch of readers and stuff and you install it and everything's good. And your project's working well, everything's going smoothly. 6 months later, 1 year later, somebody's going to come back to you and say, this is how much you spent on it. How much did it help our organization? How did it save us money? Unless you do some type of test and control, or unless you do some types of pre and post for that pilot period, then you really can't answer that question, because there's a lot of other factors like seasonality and the economy and all that stuff too. So this is one of the most common issues that we have is I have a project, it's gone really well, or I have a project and it hasn't gone well. Either way, I can't say for certain exactly how much this has benefited my organization. There's some basic best practices for how to properly set up an RFID program to make sure that everyone understands what it did do and how to isolate its effects from other ongoing programs. So we're going to talk a lot about this at the next board meeting. The board members have requested this, especially solution providers. It's not hard, there's ways to do it, but the real world doesn't work like a controlled lab test experiment a lot of times, and that's what we're going to try to build that gap and share that information. So again, Any more information on that, request us, and we'll be happy to answer. That's what we're here for. Or come see us at the board meeting, or come see us at any one of the events here in April and June of this year. With that, thank you very much, and we will see you again here next month. Thanks.